Hi everyone, Sharon from Crafty Duck Designs here. Today I thought I would pop on and just make a little card with the latest edition of Simply Cards and Papercraft magazine. I do love a crafty magazine. This is issue 256. I actually subscribed to this and got this last week, but it should now be in the shops. So really lovely magazine for all your card making and paper crafting. So they always come with a free gift, and the free gift is featured in the magazine and it gives you lots of different suggestions. So for example, these projects here are using the free gifts. So this month we have the lovely Wild Meadows stamp set. So you've got a nice big flower here. This is an A6 size stamp set. You've got sentiments here too, as well as some extra flowers and a bit of texture for your background as well on that one. Then also, this is all free with the magazine, are 2 stencils. So they're spring themed. You've got leaves on this one. This is an A5 size stencil. This one's lovely as well. So you've got like these little ditsy daisies, but it's got a nice corner piece as well, an edge piece there to do some detail work there. So they're both A5 stencils, quite a good thickness of mylar as well. So you should be able to paste through those. So they're really nice. And then you also get some patterned papers. So you've got different elements there to fussy cut. So these are A4 sheets. You've got sentiments here. I have been snipping into my papers. I'm going to use this on my card. So you've got blues, you've got some nice spring flowery designs here, roses, daisies. You have chevrons, so nice to mix more of your plainer colours with your patterned. Nice for men's cards as well, that chevron. This matches the stamp, the rose and the leaves. And again, you've got some plainer ones, diamonds and dots. So that is all included in the magazine. So what I'm going to do is I have taken a 5x7 pale blue card blank, and I've got some of the blue paper there with the white design on. And I'm going to mat that onto some pearl card. Now I like to use, because this is a paper, I like to use my tape pen because if you use too much wet glue on that, that's going to saturate your paper and it will ruffle up and won't look so good. So we're going to pop that on to here. Just making sure it's straight, because you don't get much wiggle time with the tape pen. Well, you don't get any wiggle time. Then I have got a piece of vellum with hearts on. So I've started to tear it that way. Let's tear it across here as well. It's got little ditzy hearts on. So that's going to go across here. So I am going to just put a little bit of tape there to secure it, and that won't show through once I've got my other elements on too. So then we're going to secure it on the back to tuck that round. Vellum is such a pretty little addition to your card projects. So we've got vellum there. Stick with my tape pen as it's to hand, and then this is going to go on. Need to swap because that's just run out. This is then going to go onto, oh, they're all running out. Let's go to the wet glue, because we've got a little side that just needs sticking down on here. So I've gone to my PVA glue now. And there we go. So that's going to go as our background on our 5x7. So we're keeping all in the blues here. We are going to introduce some green too. So with the stamp set, I have used my VersaFine Clair Verdant, which is a green, and I have used the blue, which is a warm breeze, and these were featured on Create and Craft last week, and I have to say they're really nice juicy pigment ink pads. So what I did was I took the stamp set and I stamped with the green. I stamped this stamp, and then I stamped again just the flowers with the blue and fussy cut round those. And I've used my watercolour markers. You'll see why I haven't coloured this in shortly. So I've used watercolour markers on the leaves and on the blue, and then we're going to pop that over there and decoupage that up with some 3D foam. So that's why I didn't colour those initial flowers in on this first stamp. So wet glue again on the back of there. So I have already pre-fussy cut that out. Just hold that down there. And then on this one, as I say, we will add some 3D foam to just raise that up in the middle. So I used my Deco Time aqua markers in apple green and turquoise green light. Those are your two colours there. They're also available on Create and Craft, or also if you have a B&M store locally to you, you will find all those pens in B&M as well. If you're someone who likes to actually go and shop and touch things and see what colours are available, that kind of thing. We've also got some of the teeny tiny flowers. So what I did with these is I stamped this flower out, but not the stalk. So that has given me those little ditzy flowers there, which are rather quite pretty. And again, I have stamped those in the blue and then used my watercolour pens. So they're going to go in this top corner up here, I think. Although I may mix it around a bit now, actually. I initially was going to pop it there, but I've kind of positioned that in a different place. The greetings on the stamp set are really nice because they're in this bold block here. So you've got happy birthday or thinking of you in the block. So I've done happy birthday again in that warm breeze blue, and I've just hand cut that out really. I'm just going to snip that off to get that little bit off there. So that can go up there now is what I'm thinking. I've changed composition of this because of where I've actually stuck that down. Now I've also got some peel-offs here, and I'm going to take one of my Deco Time twin markers. This is Weeds Green. So this is the permanent pen, your alcohol pen, and I'm going to colour in these leaves here and this one. So this is going to permanently colour my peel-offs for me, and I'll do that little leaf there too. And then I'm going to take my pokey tool to take these off, and I'm just going to pop those down. Before I stick the flowers down, I'm deciding where I want those leaves to go, and then we'll pop this one along there. Oops, along there. So just a touch of the leaves on the little section at the bottom, and then we've got this little leaf here that we could pop in this corner here. So peel-offs are a nice little addition to any of your crafty makes when you just want a little embellishment, and you can use them as a stencil. You can paper piece them onto coloured paper, which is another thing that I like to do, or just quick and simple there, just colour in those. So I'm going to just 3D foam this last daisy to raise that up here. and pop this into that corner there. So we've raised those up. I'm going to add some 3D foam onto this. It's like a banner style sentiment. And I like that you've got that bold colour behind the happy birthday text. And as I say, you've got thinking of you as well in this banner formation. And the other greeting is love and best wishes. So a useful set of greetings as well. And I think if you were just wanting a little crafty project for the weekend, or maybe you were going away to B&B or off to your caravan for the weekend and you just want to take something with you, this would be a great little kit to go for. So the happy birthday is going to go up there. And then I've got some blue gems here too. Some blue crystal gems, which are just going to finish off those flowers there for us in the corner rather beautifully. Make sure that's stuck down. And we could just pop in this corner here, we can pop some gems. I might go for actually for the corner, so to make that L shape, and then I'm going to replicate that now in this top corner as well, just to balance, because we've got things going on in these corners. These two corners looked a little bit empty, so we have just then added a little bit of sparkle there on our 5x7 card. So this is papers from the magazine. The card at the back was from my stash. The vellum was from my stash. The stamps are from the magazine. And then I've just added the gems and the peel-offs as well. So as I say, nice little project, you know, when you just want something to do all in one go. That's a really nice kit to have. So I'm really into making artist trading cards, as you may know. So I'm going to bring some pink this time. So we're going to have picked raspberry it is. And let's get another colour as well. Let's go for peacock feathers. So those are going to look rather nice together. So first of all, I'm just going to lay on some colour onto my artist trading card, which is 2.5 centimetres by, inches, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And you may have seen me, seen previous videos, I have taken you through grassroots of artist trading cards right from the beginning. So you get an idea of, you know, if you're a brand new starter to artist trading cards, then I've taken you through that process. I'm going to take this stencil now, which is the daisy one. Doesn't matter that I've got that sellotape on there, because I only just want to take off this part here, and this is where I'm going to bring in now my peacock feathers and go over, just picking out a few of those areas. I think you don't have to use the whole of your stencil. If we raise that up, that's nice, isn't it? Just gives a little bit of interest there in our background, so I'm liking that. So that was peacock feathers and picked raspberry in our oxides. And then I'm just going to find where I've buried the stamps. So I really like this little background bit here too. So let's use this with, what should we use this with? Let's stick with that blue. So let's go back to Warm Breeze. They're nice juicy ink pads. I mean, look at that. That is just gorgeous. And we'll take that coming off the page a couple of times, like so. And you can use this then to fill in any gaps. Do like that blue. It's a real, what I'd call a real teal blue. And I'm quite new to using the VersaFine ink pads, but I wanted a bolder colour ink pad than my oxides to stamp with, and I think that has really done the job very nicely. Now also what we could do is we could add some of our vellum down here too, which would look nice. And this is the thing about artist trading cards, they're really good for using up all of your odds and ends, you know, the bits we cannot bear to throw away. We've all been there. We just cannot bear to throw some of these away, so we can upcycle those. And then what we could also do is, let's get a little bit of white card. I keep lots of scraps. I've got tags in here, all these little bits of white stamping card that I just can't bear to throw away. I keep those because for things like this, these are really useful. Let's see. Yeah. And artist trading cards, they don't have to be perfect. So I'm just hand cutting here. I'm not measuring. I am just going with the flow. Let's have a look to see what we want to do with that. Yeah, we could use that flower again. Let's go with that flower again. And let's see if we can do half and half. There we go. So we've got the warm breeze, and then this verdant, which is a beautiful spring green, I would call that. A beautiful spring green. Let's pop that on here. On our little piece of white card. And I quite like the way those two colours have blended in there. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. I'm going to take now just a black pen, just a black thin liner, and just add a little bit of what I would call a doodled frame, just coming across the sides here, just to give it a little border. You could do like cross stitch effect on here as well. Just whatever takes your fancy really, just to kind of frame that image all across each side there. So we've got that. And then we can add this now onto our ATC. We're liking that. It's all about playing, isn't it, crafting? It's all about playing. So we can add that on there. And we can then take this happy birthday again. This time, see, I've got my little scrappy bits again. This time I'm just going to ink on the happy side and pop that onto my little scrappy bits of white. Obviously you would let that dry, but we'll go for it. And then I'm just gonna, again, just hand cut him around here, because it doesn't have to be perfect. No craft has to be perfect, does it? It's, you know, it's whatever you want to do. And then wet glue again. Let's add that sentiment down here. And let's finish off with a gem. And how quick and easy was that artist trading card? Now, if you're not into making artist trading cards, you could then use that as a topper. or pop it in your journal, whatever you wish to do with it. So an artist trading card and a 5x7 card made using the free gifts from Simply Cards and Papercraft magazine. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to like and subscribe to follow my other videos, that would be marvelous. Thanks very much. Bye for now.